Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, sorry, I was setting up the scene. I feel like I haven't restreamed in ages, even though it's probably not been that long. So I've just completely forgotten how my scene works, even though there's nothing on there. Can I like promote this match anywhere? I don't know how LATAM Discord works. Upcoming matches. Wait, what the hell? What the frick? How have you done that? What? Unlock the channel point. Oh, right. Oh, channel point. Bruh, how discombobulated. I was confused. Alright. Right, Tugi's cam is so massive. We're gonna have to make him a little bit smaller. He does what I do with cam, he just makes it like the whole right side. Mic is quiet compared to music. Alright, I'll turn it down. Oh wait, actually, it's playing from my laptop, that's probably why. Better? Should be alright, I think the audio looks alright on OBS. Okay, this is looking a bit scuffed. And Oscar looks like squished a little bit. Like, it's a bit. Maybe. That looks a bit normal. Oh wait, let me mute streams as well. Alright, I think it should be alright now. Let me know if there's any problems. When both players are ready, we can get started. Yep, hello, welcome. Yes, this is a DAS only tournament because any other input method is cheating. That looks less squished now, I think. I think that looks slightly better. I don't know, whatever. Before we start, do you guys want to do... Oh wait, never mind. Oscar's on version 3. Music's still a bit loud. There you go. I turned it down a bit. Maybe better now? I turned it down on Spotify because it was on full volume. Sorry for restream delay. It wasn't even your fault. What? Alright. So, ready from Tugi, ready from Oscar. Let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, so I was going to ask for the same piece sets, but Oscar's on version 3 and doesn't have the latest version of Tetris Gym. Tugi's got his PBs on the scene for whatever reason. I mean, I actually have mine in the exact same spot as well because there's just empty space there. Because I'm assuming Tugi's using Stafujim. So Tugi, let's have a look at the bracket real quick. I'm going to have a look at it anyway. Tugi is the 5th seed, and Oscar is the 37th seed. I do have another mic, but it's plugged into my other computer, and I haven't set it up yet, so that's probably why the mic is a bit bad. Sorry, Tom. But yeah, I haven't set up my scene on my other computer yet, and I can't be bothered to plug in my mic to the one I'm currently using, so that is why it's a bit scuffed, but no worries. Oh, it'll be better for the next one, I promise. Alright, so Tugi is the favourite here, coming in at 5th seed in this tournament. Oscar, 37th seed. So Tugi beat falter in the previous round, and Oscar defeated the legend known as Moodus. So, realistically, you'd think Oscar would win this match just because he's defeated Moodus. But yeah, I'm sure Tugi won't let that happen. Tugi at 104, Oscar at 100,000 after about 30 lines. Oscar with a Tetris 123, and Tugi with a bit of a mischief there, but he's going to bring that down with a triple and his Tetris ready. But you're waiting on a long bar, there's a long bar for Tugi, 132. So Tugi recently participated in the CT DAS top 8, hosted by Scamper. So you know, Tugi, fair share of experience in DAS only tournaments. He is a DAS main, whereas Oscar, I believe, is a hybrid player normally. So probably not used to full DASing all the way. But then again, I don't know too much about Oscar. Other than that, I've played him a few times. I think they 1-1 from what I remember. But yeah, very, very solid DAS player himself. So I don't think it'll be a pushover, but Tugi could prove me wrong. So Oscar actually off to a better start here at 179, only slightly though, because Tugi's at 165 with that double. Both players are Tetris ready. Tugi has a hole in the stack, so he has to burn this down a little bit. And Oscar doesn't get that square all the way to the left, but it's going to get a long bar for a Tetris to bring it down, so he can access that left side, gets the long bar over. He's just going to have to fill in underneath that square overhang. And it's set up for a dirty Tetris, but a long bar won't tuck in there, so he's going to have to burn the square away before he can Tetris. And it's getting a bit awkward now for Oscar. He's going to need a J piece ideally, but he's going to burn this down in a different way, and is open for a column 3 Tetris. And Tugi gets a Tetris to go to 221. Oscar now in a bit of a mess. Gonna need to do some additional burning to allow Tugi to catch up, because he's still clean. And gets a Tetris to take the lead at 245. Oscar reopens that column 3 well. He's waiting on a long bar, blocks it just as the long bar comes. As Tugi scores another one to go to 268. And Oscar finally gets that column 3 Tetris, 265. So only 3,000 points in it at the moment. Let me see if I can plug in the other mic actually. I'll do it after the game. It's too much of a mess right now. Right, so it's going back and forth for the moment. Oscar looking to move the well back to the right hand side. The winner will face either Dewey or Zeno in the next round. That match is yet to be played. One of these guys want to be flying the flag for the green bracket. I don't even remember what bracket I was in, but I did pretty badly from what I remember. Yeah, I was in round 1 versus Penguin Panic in the yellow bracket, or the orange bracket, and instantly lost. I got swept in the first round, so it shows you how good my play is with DAS. Maybe I'll get a DAS maxed out one day, but not anytime soon, I think. Tugi at 385, Oscar 329. Obviously, the DAS play style is when you hold the D-pad down to move the pieces. Now under this rapid tapping nonsense that most people are doing nowadays. So it's a bit of a throwback to old times, you know. It's a very nice play style to watch as well, I think. So it doesn't matter what I think, it's about the players and how well they're doing. So Tugi 438, Oscar 399, approaching transition now, and this is what separates the average DAS player from an elite DAS player, whether they're able to handle the 19 speed. So Tugi's going to transition to 486, and Oscar waiting on one more Tetris. He's going to get that Tetris to transition to 446. So maybe 1.5 Tetrises separating the two at the moment into 19. Tugi set up for a Tetris, gets the Tetris 513. Oscar set up for a Tetris as well. Just waiting on that long bar, is going to have to cover the well with that T piece. And, oh, could have reopened with that L piece and got a Tetris, but opted not to. And there's going to be some additional burning here for Oscar. Well, that J piece could have gone to the left, but goes right instead. And it's going to reopen the well eventually. And is now Tetris ready, waiting on the long bar. Is the long bar going to show up for Oscar? Tugi's continuing to score. Oscar gets a Tetris, 482. Tugi takes that triple, is at 574 on level 21. Oscar 483. Very similar line count at the moment, and Tugi hangs that Z piece on the left side. Not gonna go for the single, gonna burn this down. Gets a long bar over to the left now. It's a lot more accessible after burning that double away for Tugi. Oscar has an opportunity to close the gap here, but isn't Tetris ready either. And gets a column 8 Tetris to get to 544, so the lead is still 40,000 points in favour of Tugi. And Tugi taking a few doubles, triples, keeping it safe. Oscar now building for a left well Tetris. Can he get the left well Tetris? Gonna take that triple instead and gonna burn this back down. Tugi is Tetris ready. Waiting on a long bar is Tugi. And Tugi not getting the long bar, is maintaining that double wide well to continue to burn. Takes that triple and is now Tetris ready. Oscar still burning away, not really being able to capitalize on Tugi's drought right now. And Tugi gets a Tetris on level 24, 640. Oscar hangs that J piece on the left side. Is going to need a long bar to get over to the left. Gets it. Needed full dash for that one. And he's going to get another long bar over to the left. 572 for Oscar, so it's now 100,000 points behind. Tugi just running away with this, pouring on the points. 674 for Tugi, 577 for Oscar. Oscar in need of a few pieces, needs something to the left hand side, throws a square over there. Tugi gets another Tetris, gets 707. Doesn't look like Oscar's going to be able to do much right now. Needs something to the left hand side. Throws a square, misshifts the Z piece, and is going to top out 580. After misshifting that Z piece, going to lose dash at that point, and not much you can do when you're midway up the board on 19. So Tugi at 711 is good for game number 1. So GG. Let me see if I can... Where even is my mic plugged into? I don't even know. Oh, I can't be bothered. Whatever. When players are ready, we can get game number 2 underway. Tugi is ready. Nomori, welcome to this stream. I didn't know where to promote it, so if someone else wants to promote the match for me, that would be very much appreciated in the LATAM Discord. I don't know how to use it. I can't find anything. Tugi had 980 and 24. That's quite insane. Very nice. So game number 2 in 3-2-1 Tetris. So Oscar putting up a good fight there, but Tugi just too strong. So Tugi proving a point there as a 5th seed. Quite dominant display, especially in the post-transition. Just opened up a 100,000 point lead. I think Tugi, it's safe to say Tugi is one of the better DAS players in the world right now. One of only 3 DAS players to have achieved a 1.3 million score. But as I say that, Tugi getting into a bit of trouble at the top here is going to need some pieces to burn this down. And doing so very nicely. Oscar opening up an early lead with a couple of Tetrises. Tugi set up for a T-spin. Gets a T-piece and hits the T-spin. It's going to burn this away. 2 more lines of garbage. Nice chorion adjustment there for Tugi with the L and J piece. And it's going to finally get his first Tetris of the game. 41,000 for Tugi after 25 lines. And Oscar at 60,000. And it's going to cover the well as the long bar comes. So not going to be able to get a Tetris there is Oscar. Tugi gets one though. And we're tied at 64,220 points momentarily there. But Tugi, despite that early burning, is going to take the lead. Oscar takes it right back with that Tetris. And then goes straight back to Tugi with that Tetris. So it's a close opening 35 lines so far. A lot of the game is left to play. You've got 230 lines to work with in your full average game of NES Tetris. So a lot can happen. Oscar kind of not unsure what to do with that long bar. Didn't know whether to go to the left, but so just sticks it in column 8. by the time it gets to the ground. A bit shaky dash control there from Oscar. And Tugi with a misdrop of the J piece. Oscar gets a dirty left wild Tetris. Takes a 149. Tugi looking for a square piece. It's going to get that square piece to open up the right side and get a Tetris. 182 for Tugi. Oscar at 150. And Oscar with a lot of holes on the board. So he's going to have to work around this and start burning this down. But could start setting up for a row 3 dirty Tetris again. It's going to take that triple instead. Tugi with a few holes on the board now. Has a line spin opportunity, but doesn't take it. It's going to get a couple long bars. Not really nice there, to be honest. So going to throw them all the way to the left. Tugi slowly bringing this down. Slowly but surely. And Oscar also not really in a position to score either. So Tugi's lead is going to be maintained throughout this burn sequence. Tugi looking to set up on row 2 here. He's Tetris ready on row 2. Oscar still working to reopen the right side. Has a Tetris buried underneath, and is finally going to reopen that Tetris well. Tugi gets a row 2 dirty Tetris. That's Oscar finally gets a Tetris. Tugi's at 238, Oscar 196. And Oscar gets another one, 218. Tugi continuing setup on row 2, gonna get that Tetris 261. Nice piece there to tuck for Tugi, and the Tetris just continuing to Tetris on row 2. That row 1 doesn't even matter. And it's finally gonna open that hole at the bottom. Looks like it's gonna burn out. Never mind, it looks okay. I thought we were just gonna go center well for a second there, but decided to burn it out all the way back down to the bottom. Tugi does have a big lead at the moment. 312 for Tugi, 224 for Oscar. Oscar not able to utilize that long bar. Now sets up a long bar dependency and can't Tetris. So gonna need a J piece and a long bar. J piece comes piece too late after he blocks that J piece dependency with the Z piece. Now looking for an L. Oh, and a misshift of the T piece there for Oscar. And this could be trouble for Oscar. He's gonna need some nice pieces to bend this down. Needs an L piece ASAP. Needs a long bar to the right, but I don't know if anything can get over to the right hand side. And Oscar's gonna top out early at 232. And Tugi's good with a 150,000 point lead after 100 lines. He's gonna take game number 2. So there's a second half for Tugi. GG's. So yeah, Tugi free to top out whenever. So Oscar, just that right side was just too high to access for Das, and ended up topping out. So Tugi's ready for game number 3. Oscar is, I guess we're waiting on a ready for from Oscar. I think Oscar was low-key expecting to get swept here, but you never know. Reverse sweep is possible. Anything is possible. You just never know, right? Alright, so Oscar's ready. So get it counted down in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. This could potentially be the final game. Oscar needs to win this one to stay in the tournament. Tugi looking to complete a relatively quick sweep here. The first game was pretty good. Oscar made it to 25 before topping out. But then an unfortunate early top out in game number 2 gave Tugi a pretty easy win there. But you know, early top outs can happen to anybody, even at the highest level. Even with tapping and rolling, early top outs happen all the time. So there's nothing to be ashamed of topping out early. Oscar looking to fight back, win this next game, and hopefully the 2 games after that as well. Oscar starting off this game, 3 Tetris is perfect, now 4. And Tugi's only burned, what, like 4 lines? But yeah, Oscar perfect through 5 at 114. Tugi at 94,000. Oscar is line dependent on the left side though, so he's going to have to take that double. Going to ruin his 100% Tetris rate. So no longer on for 1.5. Oscar now setting up for a left well. It's going to get this left well Tetris with that long bar. 141 for Oscar, 103 for Tugi. Tugi with the deep, too wide there. I'd like a square piece or back-to-back L's or J's. And avoids putting the long bar in there and gets a square. No place for the J piece though. It's going to be a bit awkward now for Tugi. He's got some holes to deal with. Oscar, meanwhile, setting up in column 3, row 2. Is going to get that slightly dirty Tetris to get to 188. So Oscar opening up a pretty sizable lead early on at 190. Tugi not set up for a Tetris. Going to have to burn this single away. Like a J piece or a long bar. Gets 2 J pieces. Very nice there for Tugi. And has reopened the right hand side. And is going to get a Tetris finally. That 140 through 51 lines. Oscar at 193. And Oscar going to get a Tetris there to 215 through 48 lines. So it's a pretty decent game there for Oscar. And he gets another one, 239. And Tugi with the misshift to the square. Going to have to put the L on top of it. So he's going to create a small spire. But it's going to get out of it no problem. And it's going to get a Tetris there as well. So 189 for Tugi through 62 lines. Probably not the pace he's looking for. But he's definitely still in this game. And there's Oscar gets another Tetris to get to 264. So it might look like a bit of a lead now for Oscar, but Tugi can definitely come back from this. He's a very experienced player. He knows exactly what he's doing. Most of the time anyway. You'd like to think so. It would be a bit weird if one of the top players didn't know what they were doing. More often than not. So Tugi going to get that Tetris 257, Oscar 296. And another Tetris for Oscar. It's a pretty good game for Oscar, 319 through 75 lines. Tugi got a bit of catching up to do, but you know, we're not even close to hitting the 19 speed yet, so anything can happen. Still a very long way to go. Tugi now at 304, Oscar 342. Both players clean. Very nice stacking on display from both. And both players knocking down Tetris. Clean column 10, row 1 Tetrises. What you like to see. There's never anything to really say when both players are playing so clean. Want to get some amazing digs. Some incredible burns and placements. But yeah, very nice stacking so far. But then, as I say that, Oscar gonna have to take that triple after misdropping the square piece. Needs a 3 wide. Tugi gets a Tetris. He's closing the gap. 398 now. Actually has a pace lead, I think. Yeah, Tugi gonna get the Tetris and take the lead at 421. Oscar looking for a perfect wall transfer, but not gonna get it. Waiting on a long bar for this center well Tetris. It's just not coming for Oscar. He's just getting jouted every time he goes for a center well, which is like, I guess it's normal to be honest. That happens all the time, I feel like. Whenever you try and go for a center well, the game just immediately jouts you. And this drought is the drought counter's rising for Oscar. He's still waiting on it. It's not coming. And Tugi able to take advantage here. Has a T-spot available, gets a T-spot and gets a Tetris, but an awkward placement of the S piece. Tried to tuck it in there, but I'm pretty sure that was impossible, and he knows it, judging by his facial reaction. Oscar continuing to go for center wells. He's going to get that center well Tetris. Tugi 1 Tetris away from hitting the 19 speed. He's at 480, so can transition with a 503, I believe. Oscar can take that triple, going to burn into transition at 478. Tugi can transition at 504. I can't do maths. It's going to need something for that left side. Going to have to burn it down first, though, because, you know, you can't get over anything higher than 8 high with Das. They're going to get that next long bar over. Burnt it down to 5 high. Going to take a triple there. Oscar not wanting to go for a high center well Tetris. Knows that that's a little bit risky. So both players hitting level 20 now. Tugi 518. Oscar Tetris behind 489. So has relinquished that early lead that he got from the start of 18 speed. Has slowed down considerably. So Tugi into level 21 at 5.25. Neither player is really scoring Tetrises at the moment. Oscar at 4.97 has an awkward drop of the L piece. Gonna burn it out, or gonna flip the T the other way to burn a nice single there. But yeah, Tugi's Tetris ready, waiting on a long bar. Gonna take that triple with the L piece. Has a nice double well set up going on there for Tugi. So if he needs to burn, he can burn, and he knows he's got a slight advantage. Oscar taking a double there. But like a J piece, but it's gonna get an L instead. It's not the right pieces for Oscar. And Tugi continuing to extend the lead. Tetris ready while Oscar isn't. Tugi at 5.71 is going to get that Tetris. Get a 5.99 into level 23. Oscar at 5.16, still just burning away singles and doubles to try and get clean. And take that split double with the J piece. Is going to start building up for Tetris now. He's going to have to. Finds himself 100,000 points back now. Just all of a sudden. Oscar went from being like 100,000 points ahead to being 100,000 points behind. Finally gets a Tetris there, does Oscar, but he's still so far back. He's going to want Tugi to like have a big slowdown or top out or something. Oscar finally going to get a Tetris, barely gets that long bar over, but Tugi slams down another Tetris, gets a 7.04, while Oscar's back by 7 lines, but also back by 120,000 points, and it's becoming troublesome for Oscar. That square piece hang on the left side, and Oscar's going to give it up. He knows he can't get anything over to that left hand side. Oscar's topped out at 5.87, and Tugi has completed the sweep with a 7.40 on level 26. So if you want, you can play this out, but you know, I don't think it's maxable at this point. But yeah, it was very nice games there from Oscar, taking Tugi into the transition, into the second half of transition. So very well done from Oscar. But Tugi, you know, shows his experience with the DAS playstyle, and it's going to complete a sweep here. Oh, nice burns there as well to open up that right side and get 2 Tetrises on level 27. So let me give Tugi his final heart there. So congrats Tugi with the 3-0 sweep. And see if he can finish this off with a nice 900,000 score. There's another Tetris with Tugi into 28 at 8.53. Oh, it's going to go for center well strats. He'll probably get like, what, 3 Tetrises if he gets all the pieces. Oh, we're going to get an awkward tuck off the T piece there. So you're not going to get a Tetris into the 900k. I don't know what Tugi's doing now. Going to get that double into kill screen. See what he can do on the kill screen. Oh, he set up a Tetris and he gets a kill trish for 900,000. Wow. Nice show there from Tugi. Very nicely done. GG. I guess now we can go raid someone. I guess we can raid monthly catchers because they're doing something. Yeah, Tugi, no problem with a restream. Just, you know, hit me up whenever you want one because I'm kind of free. Apart from my final exams, doesn't really matter. And I can hear myself now. I don't want to do that, so let's mute that. Alright, second 29 Tetris. That's very nice. We'll go for 30. You'll get it eventually. I believe. Alright, so we'll raid monthly Tetris too. So thanks for playing, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.